Austin McBroom is injured. We don't know what's wrong with Austin McBroom. It's something with his foot. Anything Gabe got it done. We all knew that was what's going to happen. He was winning the fight. He won the first round. I had him slightly winning the first round. He won the second round, in my opinion. Just landed overall throughout the fight. The more damaging shots, more total strikes, significant strikes. I had Gib winning the fight the first two rounds. I would have had him winning the third round as well, but they got in the clinch. They got in the corner. Referee separates them, gives McBroom like a standing 8 count, something like that. McBroom walks away to the other side of the ring. He's screaming in pain. He's like pressing his foot. He's stomping his foot. We don't know what happened, but he turned away from the referee, and the referee just waved it off. And anticlimactic for sure, but we kind of all knew that was kind of where the fight was going anyway. Gib won the first 3 rounds out of a 5-round fight. It's kind of hard to come back from that. Gib had more power. He was likely going to get the fight. It was either going to be a knockout or a decision for Gib. Whichever one, is just Gib was likely going to win this fight. He won the fight previously, their first fight. This was their rematch, and McBroom just injured himself. He was doing better in terms of taking the shots. He was taking some of Gib's shots much better. He was kind of reluctant to engage in the first round, but then by the second round, he had gotten that confidence back, and even in the third round, that confidence was still there. He was still confident enough in himself and his chin to engage and to get into that firefight. But unfortunately, he got an injury, and now we don't know what's wrong. It's something with either his knee or his ankle or his foot. We don't know what happened. In fact, they try to look at a bunch of different angles of just to see what happened to the foot, but if you're recording a fight, you're likely not going to be recording the feet. So for good reason, we don't have any angles of what happened to McBroom's feet or lower half of his leg. We don't know. We just don't really have an angle. We don't really have a camera shot. So nothing much we can do about that there. But if McBroom is injured that badly, if he's not able to compete for another couple weeks, we might not see him on June 3rd for the semifinals and for the runner-up matches. He might not show up. He might have to pull out of the entire tournament entirely. So what happens then? What happens if McBroom can't show up? What happens if he can't fight on the tournament? Blueface will likely replace him. It's what the everybody on commentary was talking about. It's what I was thinking about. Blueface wanted to be on the tournament. We all wanted Blueface on the tournament. If McBroom pulls out, it would suck for sure because he was one of the bigger names on that tournament. But with Blueface stepping in, I'd be happy with that as well. We've already got the semifinals matchups on. We've got Gib and Jarvis, and King Kenny and Whindersson Nunes. King Kenny had a very good performance also. Like, very nice performance. First knockdown was a bit like a bit iffy. I thought, okay, Nate isn't too hurt, but it was a pretty nice shot. So he got up right away from that one. That was, I think, in the first round. Yeah, I was very surprised by that one. It was either in the first or second round. But in the second round, Kenny found, I'm pretty sure it was overhand, right? That one set Nunes down. He got up, but, I think the referee waved it off a bit too early. Like, these are both very experienced boxers. These aren't like complete influencers. These guys can take a shot. Nate was fine, in my opinion. He wasn't fine, but he was kind of hurt from those shots. Them shots did affect him, but he could have kept going. He wasn't like out or anything. He wasn't badly enough hurt to the point where, as a professional, you needed to stop the fight for him. But it is what it is. Kenny was clearly the better fighter. This is what I expected from him. He won the first round, in my opinion. He won the second. He was going to win the second round as well, but got the win. That was very impressive there as well. Tom Zanetti to give up was wild. I had him winning that fight. Slightly, of course, slightly. The first round was very close. You could give it to either guy, the first round, for Jarvis Zanetti. And then the second round was also another pretty close round. I had it for Zanetti, though. I had both rounds for Zanetti. Trying not to be super biased, but I had both rounds for Zanetti. In the third round, it was clear that Jarvis was just going to take the fight from there on. I knew Zanetti tired near the end of the second round. I knew he was done. He gave everything he could have given. The knockout was what he was looking for, and against A very experienced guy, or at least now somewhat experienced guy, a year and a half of boxing, training way much longer than Zanetti is trained. In FaZe Jarvis, I, I don't think he was going to be put out by those shots. He's gone hard rounds. We all know that. And he was probably going to be able to take them shots. It was going to be difficult. For sure it was going to be difficult. He had trouble winning the rounds, which we all saw. But overall, as the fight went on, he was just clearly picking it up. He was going to take the third. He was likely going to take the fourth and fifth. He wasn't going to finish Zanetti, but he was hitting him with some pretty good shots because he was the quicker guy. Didn't tire, didn't gas at all. And I think that was in the second round. I kind of like thought to myself, what if this is his plan? What if this is what he's trying to do? Because there would be points where Jarvis would just like bundle up, like just defending the shots, right? But with what was I gonna say? With Zanetti, I don't know if it was because of the power or just because maybe he was just trying to absorb all of Zanetti's shots in order to gas him out early. Maybe a bit of both, maybe just one or the other. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was gonna say at the start. All we know is that Zanetti doesn't have a good gas tank. He has very good power though. But FaZe Jarvis, as a very experienced boxer nowadays, he was going to be able to take them shots. It was going to be oh my God, I'm watching the UFC, and Matt Semmelsberger just knocked. No, he didn't. No, he's good. He's actually good. That was like first 20 seconds too. My bad, guys. A knee again. Jeez. Top position. 2 knockdowns already. my bad, guys. This is like, I should have been talking about, the fights, but that's wild. That's wild. I have Semmelsberger winning, and he's a big underdog, so good for me. But what I'm trying to say is, like, Zanetti in the third round, he knew he had nothing left. He knew he was going to win the fight from there. It was either going to be just 30-27 for Jarvis from there, which would have won him that fight, plus the first 2 rounds were pretty close, so they could have gone to either guy, or Zanetti would have had to knock him out, and he just ran out of gas to knock him out. He gave up. He said he was done. I don't get it. He wasn't done against Slim. I think it was the body shot from Jarvis. A lot of it was that body shot, that liver shot. It was right to the liver. It was perfectly placed, perfectly timed, and everything. Completely open was Tom Zanetti. If you look at his reaction, he just like stepped back. He looked at Jarvis just in awe, with mouth wide open, like, the fuck? What the hell? Bro, Slim didn't hit him with those kind of shots, and Slim hits harder than FaZe Jarvis, right? But I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't believe Zanetti gave up there. Good win for Jarvis. Very good win for Jarvis against the number 2 guy in the light heavyweight division in Misfits Boxing. That's wild to do. That's very wild to do. Yeah, I don't know, man. Wells is on top now. Come on, bro. I almost got Semmelsberger winning. I almost got that Semmelsberger first round KO. But, yeah, man. Good performance from all these fighters. Good performance. Oh, yeah, Whindersson Nunes as well. He did very well in his fight. I was pretty impressed with his performance. He's going up against King Kenny next. That's going to be a very good fight. Gibbon Jarvis, another very good fight. Also, the runner-up brackets, I have them all written down as well. I'm going to talk about them in my review. The women's winner brackets, Elle Brooke, very close fight. I thought she was going to win quickly, right? But that's clearly not what happened. She had trouble with the taller person, even though she's not really had too much trouble with taller people before. This fight was her hardest fight for sure against Miss Danielka. Julie Polka, she did very well. She did very, very well. She won all the rounds in my opinion. Barbie 6, very nice win as well for her. And then Emily Brooke, good win. I had her winning, I'm pretty sure I had her winning 50-45. I had all my scorecards here. I closed the tab. I don't know why. I don't want to bring it up right now, but I had Elle Brooke 48-47. It was very close. Some of those rounds were very close to score. Some of them were clear as well. Like Elle Brooke, I think, took the first. I think Danielka took the last one as well. So those are that. I had Elle Brooke winning the 4th round as well. Whitney Johnson, Barbie 6. Barbie 6 was clearly just the better fighter, clearly tougher, and hitting with the harder shots as well. She rocked Whitney Johns pretty badly. I'm pretty sure that was that fight where Whitney Johns got rocked. Yeah. Whitney Johns got rocked pretty badly by Barbie 6, so good one there. Barbie 6 would have beaten Fangs. She would have beaten Fangs for sure. And Emily Brooke, Ember O'Donnell. You know, a bunch of good fights, just all good fights here. Even the Ed Matthews Blueface got the win in like 10 seconds before the fight was meant to end. I had Ed Matthews winning the first round, but Blueface just took it away. You know, in the second and third round and fourth round, Ed Matthews had him winning slightly, just very very slightly, but Blueface clearly just the better fighter, came more prepared, and that's my immediate reaction to Kingpin. Kingpin tournament, high stakes quarterfinals. In the review of Kingpin that's gonna come out tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about pretty much all the brackets, who's gonna fight who next, and yeah, that's gonna be great. Very excited for June 3rd in Dublin, Ireland. How is Wells still on top of Semmelsberger? I don't get that. Y'all think he takes the round? Semmelsberger was 2 knockdowns winning and everything. Control time doesn't really win you the fight, but he has landed more significant. He landed 20 more significant strikes. He landed 18 more. It's like almost 20. He just landed a few more. Yeah. Good card. Very, very fun event. And in June 3rd, we're going to see all the same people fight, just fighting different opponents. Maybe not Austin McBroom. He might pull out. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Very fun event. A lot of my picks, I got most of them. I got most of them out. I got almost all of them. And very happy about that. I got all the men's predictions right. So, very proud of myself there. Yeah, man. King Kenny's good. People underestimated him too much, and people overestimated Nate, in my opinion. I feel like Kenny was just way more zoned into this fight. You saw it in the lead up. You saw it in what his friends have been saying about Kenny. You saw it in the videos, just his training and everything. He's much more zoned in. He was much more zoned in than Nate was. Nate came in worse shape than he's looked in his previous fights, right? Shape doesn't always win fights, but I've seen Nate make people bleed before. I've seen Nate make people send people down with headgear, make people bleed badly a lot, and having just that dog in him, he didn't really have it in this fight. I don't think he was really all that in there. You know, he wasn't really as zoned in as Kenny was, in my opinion, and I think that's why Kenny won the fight. Also, the fact that Kenny is really good and people are underestimating him. Sure, most of his wins are robberies, and he's not like the most active fighter in his fights, but when he gets active and when he puts that pressure, he gets good wins. He gets finishes. It's not against the best opponents like DK Money, but my mate Nate is a good knockout. It's a good finish to have on your record. And King Kenny as the number 5. I have him number 5 right now. When the rankings update, he's going to be number 5. Number 5, top 5 cruiserweight in Misfits Boxing right now. That's a very good win for him. Very happy for him there. Tom Zanetti, I don't know. He got finished by Jarvis, who hadn't fought in a year and a half, who's a smaller guy, you know. He's number 2. He gave Slim a very hard fight. I think, you know what we got to see next, maybe if Jarvis wins the entire tournament, which I don't think he will. Maybe Jarvis versus Slim is the one to make next, and make it at super middleweight, because we know Slim is gonna move down. Make it a title fight. Just do that next, man. And yeah, those are my immediate reactions to the Kingpin quarterfinals.